Now,
Yeah,
from his
one of the-
performance this season so far, Yin has been dominating ever since he's joined. But as we all know, Ssylus is pretty much a Raphael god at this point. So how do you think this is going to go, Hayato?
I never seen a match between both players. I think Ssylus might be a little in advantage because Raphael seems very, very strong in season 2. And I don't know how much Yin has trained versus Raphael.
I think he might have trained a fair bit because I think he previously lost to a Raphael in a previous tournament, so wanted to go into the lab hard and get some training in when he knew he'd be fighting Ssylus.
Yeah.
However, all the training and labbing in the world, you're fighting the best character in the game right now, and I mean, look, that is 2 ring outs very, very quickly.
And one thing that is very important in Ssylus' playstyle is that he's not hesitating, like he's very, very quick in his decisions. And it might be, even if you know Raphael, you have to play versus Ssylus and not Raphael.
I can understand that sentiment, but while Ssylus is a very, very good player, possibly one of the best in Europe, if not the world, Raphael just accentuates that like tenfold, 100-fold. The character is so good and has so many tools to deal with a plethora of situations. It's just no, that's not going to work, is it? Oh my god! It's like the last few frames of Heaven's Guard was able to do that. The last few frames. So there is something about Ssylus that I have noticed. A lot of times when you do this in like casuals or in tournaments, he will sometimes take a while to get into the swing of things. You know, you can get a couple of games off him if you're playing really, really well. But then he will adapt completely and just destroy you.
Yeah, he's a lot of... he's good at conditioning.
Let me ring out! Oh my god! Yin just got absolutely destroyed by the janky Soul Calibur 6 walls and robbed of a round, which means Ssylus was able to bring it back. For all intents and purposes, that is a ring out combo, but he was like a couple of pixels next to that wall, and the game said, nope, not gonna happen.
Yeah, sometimes the walls are not really precise, and but it's versus 3, so we're gonna see.
I think it's 3, and Yin is nobody to count out. Nobody in this tournament is, but Ssylus on Raphael, when you're able to use all of the tools to the best of their ability, pretty much unbeatable.
Yeah. Something that is interesting is Raphael is not a good character online because, I mean, for the player who plays him, it's really hard to do every combos because they're very, very precise timing. But Ssylus is doing so good with Raphael.
I mean, even in season 1, when he played Raphael, you know, the character was really, really good, not in the crazy state that he is now. But in season 2, character is just absolutely insane. They could give Inferno a run for his money if he went into hard mode.
It seems actually very, very hard.
I mean, one of the biggest skill ceilings that Raphael has is getting into eye prepped from a lot of strings that you can do, like 6-6B, sorry, and you've got a bunch of neutral strings that you can go into eye prep from, which is probably the most difficult thing you can do as a Raphael. Damn, 6A plus B getting interrupted. Prep A, such an amazing move. It looks like it doesn't have a lot of range, but you'd be surprised. It seems like it will hit you if Raph's able to get into any prep transition from any range. It just seems to have this weird extension.
Yeah, this is crazy, man. It's like Yin doesn't have any opportunity.
Oh, good for a string into the Soul Charge extension. Raphael or Ssylus, one mix-up away from losing this round. Oh, Yin guesses wrong. Didn't think he was going to finish the string. Raphael in Soul Charge, one of the best characters in the game. Good reversal edge though, but not going to kill.
Oh.
And Ssylus finishes him off with a 2A.
Man, seems so hard. Seems so hard for Yin. Yin, which is probably the best Maxi I have ever seen. And he struggles so much.
Arguably the best Maxi in Europe. Very, very much so. But against Ssylus on Raphael, it is such a struggle. You have to be so focused on what your opponent's going to do that you have to read and react to pretty much everything. Damn. So what are we on our? We're on our potential final game with a ring out stage. I'd say this doesn't really favor anybody except for Maxi, you know, with his CE cancels and his ability to ring you out with 3B AK, but generally it doesn't really seem to do much for either character.
I don't think Maxi has a good matchup versus Raphael. I mean, most of the time, this Dance character has difficulties versus characters that have I-10, and this is the case of Raphael, so he has to play very differently because of that 6B of Raphael.
Oh, for sure. It's especially a pain in the butt for Maxi because you know, Raphael does have some incredible range, especially on moves like we've just seen 6xB plus K, 6xB. You know, his vertical moves are really, really good. So while you could say, you know, Maxi has 6A plus B, he can tech crouch under them. A lot of them can be mids, and that doesn't really apply to all situations. And again, like we're seeing, what you just said, Hayate, losing to I-10s, because unless you're NGing or HGing every single time after a string, you're gonna get punished.
Yeah. Raphael is basically a better Maxi in that matchup.
I kind of see what you're talking about. Oh, Yin dropping the 6A counter hit combo, and again, another example of why Raphael almost dominates this entire matchup because of the stance transitions that he can do, because of the dodges. Oh, beautiful 6A plus B.
Yin managing to have 3 good guessing in a row and taking that round.
That is pretty much what you have to do against the Raph. Just guess.
Yeah.
Okay, you're not going for the obvious loops here. He knows that Ssylus is pretty good in the Maxi mashup.
Yeah.
And there we go. That's going to be out. That's going to be out. Yin manages to 50-50 his way to a win. Behind lower B, lethal hit into a ring out. One of the classic Soul Calibur 6 Maxi things. Doing work in Season 2. Hopefully, the tail end of Season 2.
I think I can understand the problem in that matchup. I mean, at least in the Yin versus Ssylus match, if you look at it, like, it seems Raphael range is way better than Maxi, but Maxi has some tools with range, but when he does that tools, he is automatically going in stance, and Raphael has good option versus stance, so he has to play like, if you're a Maxi player, you could think, I'm gonna do no stance, I'm gonna just do very neutral move. But when you do that, you don't have the range.
So yeah, what 1B is a kind of a perfect example of that, because, you know, 1B is a really good move. There's no like 100% this is how you have to punish it, but you know, if you 1B from max range against the Raphael, 4A plus B partial hold, 50-50 from neutral guard into the B plus K break attack. I'm gonna stop talking about analytical stuff, because every time I do something hype happens and I miss it.
Yeah. It seems like, Yin has found some way to get in and do damage here.
Okay, slightly good punish on the whiffed 1K from Raph, but again, Ssylus finding the perfect opportunity to 6B to I-10 his way through a Maxi loop defense.
And the wall combo, the setup, he was
just out of range from a high lower B. Just slightly out of range. That would have worked.
And the punish.
And that's going to be it, yeah. You never want to do left inner B against the Raphael, because if they're on point, they can lethal hit you for so much.
Yeah, and Yin has done the most risky stuff from Maxi, because it was the only move that was beating the I-10.
It's true. It's very, very true.
Very good play, very solid player from Ssylus in that round.
Soul Charge activation for Yin.
Oh!
Oh, and a Heaven's Guard after 6A plus B. Good call by Yin. Oh, he's going for the loops. He's going for the guaranteed damage. He's going to be working for that 7-star. He wants those break attacks. Oh, good interrupt on 6-6B.
Oh, nice push!
And there's a 50-50 from Shadow Evade. And cheeky max range 2k from Ssylus.
Yeah, and BB into 2k.
What a good move. Yin is sitting on almost 2 bars. Oh my god, it doesn't work because Raphael was TC'd. Oh, that was a good call by Yin. Again, that was a really risky situation, but he's getting a big ass combo. Oh, good step into 6A plus B. And another one. -8, so it will be Raphael's turn. He wants it. And he gets QPPB. I gotta tell you, this is so bad.
He has to do.
Beautiful whiff punish. Finishing out a round with 2B is something no Maxi does, and it's such a good move.
Yeah, what an excellent match right now we have. And
4-4B. We're gonna go for the. There we go.
He has to think about his matter. It's very important. He needs to.
Oh, Yin trying to press buttons in prep. Bad situation. Soul Charge. Here we go. What's he gonna do?
Oh, Soul Charge versus Soul Charge. And he gets a combo.
6A. That was just such a good call by Yin. Oh, he could have gone for a Heaven's Guard there and he could have almost closed out the round, but it doesn't matter.
I don't know what he tried here.